right, let's get Bridget on the phone here. She wants some help here. She disrespected a best friend years ago and would like to reconcile, but something like this goes on your permanent record, I'm afraid. Hey, Bridget, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Hey, good morning, you guys.
Good morning. Okay, bring us up to speed here. What did you do?
Well, several years ago, it was the beginning of one of the worst mistakes I ever made. I regretted it so much. I started hooking up with my best friend's fiancé.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I think you expected that reaction from us.
Where I come from, that's bad.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, everywhere. And the first time it happened, was too many drinks, but I can't use that as an excuse because we went on hooking up, and at the same time, I was helping her plan her wedding to him.
Oh. You're the worst! Boo! Boo!
Tomato. Okay. She already knows that. She didn't come here for that.
Oh, what a terrible person. Click E. All right, so how many years ago was that?
God, it was several years ago now. Not
okay,
maybe like 7 or 8. So I mean, obviously, I know it was bad, and she had no idea what was going on, and that her relationship with him and with me was not really what she thought it was going to be. But we ended it before the wedding. We knew it was wrong, and they went ahead and got married.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Yeah, and then a few months later, though, he started texting me in the middle of the night, the you up kind of thing, and nothing went on between us at that time, but we texted about what had happened in the past, and she wound up seeing that. She saw that text conversation.
So was that not received well?
Of course not. Our friendship ended. They had problems, and I was really ashamed and humiliated. I don't blame her for ending the friendship. And they stayed together and tried to work through it. And they lasted a few years and just recently separated. They're going through a divorce. And, over the years, I've tried to message her, and I've tried to, I really wanted to apologize. But I think she's blocked me not only on social media, but blocked my email and phone. And I wrote her an email to apologize, never heard anything. I don't even know if she saw it.
Yeah.
I just want her to know that I'm truly sorry. I am so sorry. And I hope that she can forgive me. And if she ever does, I would love to reconnect with her because I really miss her, so I'm wondering if you could get my message to her.
Yeah, we already have, so we'll give you some results here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and chew on this for a while. So Mo and I have already said before, he and I just don't we don't forgive very easily. This one here would go on a permanent record for me. The hurt would be so deep. She lost a sister, her sister basically. If you're saying you're her best friend, her sister was messing around while helping her plan for her wedding. I would never be able to get over that.
Yeah, for me personally, there's a few things you just can't apologize for. And this is one of those things. It's way too many violations. The fact that you did it, the fact that you continued to do it, the fact that you knew this information and kept it from me and allowed me to marry this person, the fact that you watched all of that happen, there's just no way I would ever be able to look at you the same as a friend, let alone a best friend. And the apology for me would just be to not be a part of my life for the rest of my life. That would just be me.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she wants to hear from you at all. And I guarantee you she's seen those apologies. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this because if your goal is just for her to know that you're sorry, I think she knows that you're apologizing. I just don't think she's in a place, understandably, where she could accept it.
Yeah, I feel like, Bridget, this is going to be harsh and this is going to be brutal. I think this is extremely selfish on your part. We are 7 to 8 years removed from this. I think this is self-serving to apologize at this point. She's blocked you for a reason, and to drudge all of this back up again and open those wounds when she and her husband are no longer together. And I'm not saying it's all your fault. He definitely is culpable and has to be accountable for his responsibility in this. But you obviously played a huge part. Yeah, this is reaching out to her so you can say sorry. this has nothing to do with her. This has everything to do with you.
Well, I mean, that part's already done because Tommy reached out to them.
Well, if I would have known, I would have put my big old foot down.
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to get a great reaction from this. Just one more detail before we move on, and then we'll give you the results in a couple minutes. Her reaction, obviously, to you was not great. Was it a face-to-face? Was it over the phone? Was there yelling? How did it... The last conversation you had with her was what?
She just sent me a text and said, that she just couldn't be friends with me anymore. And then there was just no more correspondence between us.
So there wasn't like a lot of, I mean, if that's it, just like, hey, I can't talk to you. There must have been more than that. Like, how could you do that? Nothing like that?
Well, not really, because it was so obvious what had happened. And she was angry at the time, of course. And then I couldn't get to her at all. So that's why I said I figured she blocked me every way she could, which I do understand.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay. So our studio director, Tommy, has already reached out to her to see if she's even remotely interested in reconciling with you. So hang with us for a couple of minutes. We will come back and we will read the text exchange between Tommy and your former best friend, Nicole. We reached out to your former best friend. You asked us to do that. Tommy did, our studio director, and he got a response from her. So Tommy, you want to take it from here?
Sure. I reached out to Nicole via text. That's what we're calling her, Nicole. I said, hey, my name's Tommy Owen. I work for the Bert Show. Turns out she is a fan of the show. I'm hoping you might be able to help us with a segment we're doing on the air. And she responded, whoa, hi, so cool. How did you get my number? And what could you possibly need from me?
It's about to not be so cool.
Yeah. I said, well, I don't really need much. I just need to pass on a message to you and maybe get your response if you have one. And she said, oh, okay. Should I be nervous?
Yes.
And I said, I don't think so.
Thomas, that's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie.
I don't want to scare her way out of the gate. I got to lie. I'm not delivering bad news or anything like that.
He's already got plenty.
It's more a message of apology for something you've already been through. And Nicole said, I think I know where this is going. Bridget? And I said, yes. I said, she really wants to let you know how sorry she is for everything she did several years ago. She says she has tried to contact you, but it seems she's blocked. She wants nothing from you. She accepts full responsibility and knows she did something awful. She just wants to say she is sorry. And Nicole said, okay, I'm not really sure what I should say. And I said, you don't have to say anything. I just wanted to pass the message on to you. And if you did want to say something to her, I can bring that back to her and let her know. Nicole said, can you give me some time to think about how to respond to this? And I said, absolutely. Just let me know.
I'll hit you back in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Nope.
Ghosted.
More like 3 hours.
So, Abby, imagine getting this, like, this ghost from the past, and obviously it's not Casper, it's not a friendly ghost. And like that pit in your stomach, because I mean, you're automatically going to go back to that place when it all happened.
Oh my God, I'd be sick to my stomach. But on the other hand, I have never gotten over anything ever. And if somebody wanted to grovel at my feet one more time, honestly, I think I'd be open to it.
So
Save
Nicole,
all that, by the way.
Yeah.
so Nicole asked for a little time to think about it, and I heard back from her 3 hours later. And she just texted back and said, just tell her that I've let go of my anger towards her. It only hurts me to hang on to that. So if she is sorry, I accept her apology. And I said, okay, I'll tell her exactly that. I'm sure she'll be glad to hear you accept her apology and that you've moved on from anger. She also mentioned if you are ever willing, she'd love to reconnect with you because she misses you. And Nicole responded, thanks, but no thanks. I can forgive, but I'm not willing to rekindle any kind of friendship with someone who has the capability of hurting me. What's done is done. I accept her apology. That's it. And I said, understood. Thanks for your time.
All right, Bridget. So where you stand with all that?
Well, I think that's completely reasonable. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that there's no chance to have a friendship again, but I really do understand, and I'm so glad that she forgives me. I think she could have been a lot meaner,
Mm-hmm.
you know, based on what I did. So, I mean, I thank you guys for helping me with this.
No, I think that's huge. And I think that should give you some solace knowing that she accepts your apology.
Yeah, and I hope that you learned something from this situation too. I mean, this is the kind of thing that goes on your permanent record. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a hater here. I really do hope that this helps you in future friendships and that you don't do it again.
So what Abby is hoping is that you've learned the lesson of not sleeping with your best friend's fiance while planning their wedding. Did you learn that lesson?
It's a good lesson.
It's a good lesson.
Of course I have.
It's one everyone needs to learn at some point. Some just learn it later than others.
If you do want to reach out to the ex-husband, you may have a better chance of rekindling with him.
Ouch.
I'm just saying.
He's just throwing it out there.
I'm just saying.
The man's just throwing it out there.
We've done worse.
The Bert Show.